Something's off about Peter McKinnon's green screen. As one of the greats in digital media, Peter McKinnon recently challenged both Fiverr creators and his subscribers to edit some green screen footage of him running. Now, some of the attempts were great, others were laughable to be sure, but I think they were all a bit underwhelming for a reason. I think there's some inherent problems with his green screen clip. Now, I'm not saying that I could do any better. Here's my attempt for full disclosure. Taking a stab at it myself, immediately something became clear to me. His footage was challenging to Chroma Key. More challenging than it probably should be. These challenges are innate to the clip that he distributed. I want to highlight these issues so that we can all learn from them. Now, understand me, much like the armchair coach to a football team, it's easier to criticize work than to do it better or outdo it. So don't think I'm coming from a higher ground than Peter. I mean, the man's a legend, but if these are issues that Peter's running into, you can bet other creators are seeing these challenges as well in their Chroma Key experiments. Likely in an effort to make his videos small and easy to download, he gave the clip out as an MP4. Already though, this is a problem. This is very likely not the MP4 directly from his camera, but an MP4 he recompressed. This means that there's less information for the file to manipulate. If you're trying to color grade the footage or to make the green more distinct or to change your skin tone to match, having that extra information in the file is exceedingly helpful. Also, an MP4 is an interframe codec. I'm working on a documentary to explain this concept better, but in short, interframe codecs are difficult for your computer to edit. Your PC has to reference multiple frames to make the same changes instead of referencing each frame individually. Getting a ProRes version would be the most ideal way to fix all of these issues. It would, however, be a longer download because the file would be huge. It'd be nice if he held up a color card too before he got started, but no one ever does that. Next, there are wrinkles in his green screen, and the light is a gradient of light along the back of his green screen. Now, here's why that's a problem. When you're chroma keying, you're trying to isolate a single color value and remove it. A perfect chroma key is when there's a single color value you can replace. The more shades of green in your green screen, the broader the color values that you will have to remove for the effect, increasing the likelihood that your subject will be removed as well. Lighting the green screen separately helps this out, but it's also more likely to increase green spillage on your subject. Now, the spill is just the green light reflecting onto your skin, so you have to stand further away. Another way to fix this is to actually put a key light on you, a light behind you, to give you a little highlight separation from the green screen. That's super helpful for the green screen, but it doesn't always help the situation, because sometimes you have to look. He's got this kind of side lit single point lighting look. If you're trying to look like you're in the sun, you're not usually backlit, right? So these are things to consider when you're green screening. Lastly, frame rate is a big issue in this. Motion blur is inherently a good thing. It's natural to see motion blur, and you expect to in cinema. However, shooting on a green screen means shooting with minimum motion blur. Up that shutter speed, you have to. Vigorous motion inherently blends with the background because you can kind of partially see it and partially see the background at the same time, but you create a flat image out of that, meaning you see partial green and partial Peter McKinnon's hand. So if you up the shutter speed, you'll reduce the motion blur, and you can add this motion blur back in post if you want that traditional feeling, but you can't reduce the green in the motion blur in post, not without going through extreme efforts. If you're interested in editing more with Vegas software, I not only have tons of tutorials about it on this channel, but if you buy it through my affiliates link, that helps me out a lot. And I think Peter McKinnon is an amazing photographer, videographer, and I just thought if he's running into these issues, then certainly other people are running into these issues as well. These are issues that I fight against every time I try to make a green screen. So like if it helped you out, subscribe if you're looking for more. Anything you buy through my affiliates link supports this channel. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.